Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. In this video, we've got Kylie and Aven, and the question everybody's asking, are they back together? I'm going to share this Bachelor Nation News story, and afterwards, a story about Pilot Pete and who he may be dating from his season of The Traitors. And speaking of traitors, Aven, of course, admitting to cheating on Kylie. And not one of those, well, I didn't know what we were. No, a flat-out cheating scenario. Well, now some information from Brayden Bowers may lead us to believe they have rekindled their romance. We will get into what Brayden said. Old Brayden, the bro Bowers, I don't have a name for him. Nashville's own Brayden Bowers. By the way, you like this new hat? My neighbor got it for me. If this doesn't scream, I'm new to town, I don't know what does. Either way, I'm going to share what Brayden said on Almost Famous podcast. We'll go over a few things Kylie said when she left the door open when she was interviewed by some podcaster named Nick Viall. And we can discuss, is it possible in this day and age to get back with somebody and repair whatever trust issues you had from a cheating scandal? Follow me on Instagram at DNeals. Don't cheat on me. Come to my stand-up show March 28th. In Phoenix, Arizona. You're not going to want to miss that, at least. And also, I've got two shows in Nashville. That's right, Wednesday and Thursday night. I'll be at a distillery if you like whiskey, and then the Thursday night show at the Backyard, which has a very fun weekly stand-up show. So if you want to get information on those tickets, I'll be on Instagram. And don't forget, if you want to join our Patreon-only live stream, you can join us here, Patreon. Just scan that QR code into your phone. I've also got a very new thing going on Patreon. There's a chat room. So I'm going to have a chat room going discussing these stories today. If you want to join us in chat, those are the different rooms I have. They're on Patreon. They're all different chat rooms where you can chat with people. There's a ton of people chatting right now. We got dozens, if not hundreds of people in there. It's been, what I've been told, a very nice community, an alternate community to Reddit where people actually are nice. You know why they're nice? Because they pay $5 a month. That's just like Aldi's. You ever go to Aldi's and you got that little quarter you got to put in the cart? You know what I mean? That keeps the whole world working. I should ask people to pay 1 penny for every comment they leave. I bet you there's some negative Nancys that would be like, you know what? I'm going to save the penny today. Either way, I appreciate everyone who's signed up over there. So this article comes out. Where do we start? Brayden Bowers seemingly reveals one Bachelor in Paradise Season 9 couple is rekindling their romance. I don't know if the article says who they think it was, but they say, yeah, it was on Almost Famous. Who could it be? Could it be, I'm trying to remember everyone's names. I'm drawing blanks. The guy, John, what is his name? John Henry. So we had John Henry and Kat Izzo. My guess is no. We had Eliza and Aaron. Definitely not them. She's hard to launch a new relationship. But then we have Aven and Kylie. Let's go to what was said on the Almost Famous podcast with, of course, Brayden and Christina. Have a listen.
That's why they want to call you a paradise couple. Yeah.
You were like, you know what? Either way, let's just say, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Exactly.
I've heard rumors through the rumor mill that there might be other couples that might have been working out.
You heard it here first, mate. What?
Yeah, I'm not going to say
You mean
who,
couples that are currently working it out once they've already broken up?
We'll figure it out. We'll we'll dive deep on this info.
But yeah, that might be something I heard through the grapevine.
Thanks for having us look out for that.
Your audio sucks.
So there they are, folks. Through the grapevine, which, by the way, should be, I don't know if Caitlin Bristow has incorporated Through the Grapevine into her Spade and Sparrow sort of off the vine world there. But she should, I don't know, maybe she does. For all I know, maybe she's got a segment, Through the Grapevine. Well, through this grapevine, we're finding out that it looks like, given any other powers of deduction, unless it's John Henry, which we don't believe it to be, unless it's John Henry and Kat Izzo, that Aven and Kylie back together, which would make sense because Brayden Bowers, even though he's moved to Nashville for his lovely partner, Christina Mandrell, his fiancée, even though he's moved, he's a SoCal bara. And I believe Aven was living in SoCal, and it looks like Kylie may have just moved there. So let's go back to what Kylie said on Nick's podcast. She outed him for cheating, right? So she was like, I know you cheated, and he didn't deny it. He actually actually did, I guess, the best thing you could do in a case where you were outed, which was completely fess up. He posted this. After careful thought and consideration into writing this, I want to first and foremost apologize to Kylie, my family, and my friends for my actions. I have made major mistakes in the relationship and hurt someone who is very close to me. At this time, I'm in an extremely, extremely low place. Well, we all have friends in low places, and I am doing my best to find healing, find myself, and be a better person. Please have grace and respect for Kylie and her family through this difficult time. Thank you. And it begs the question, once a cheater, always a cheater? I don't think so. But will he be able to amend this relationship? Judging from the way Kylie answers these questions, I think she's got the door open still. Have a listen.
I've grown so strong, and I've just completely ruined it all. I ruined such a good thing, the best thing. I'm so sorry I've done these things to you. I have serious issues that I need to take care of, and I've lost the best thing in my life because I was being a selfish, inconsiderate prick who was not taking this relationship seriously. I don't know what I'm going to do without you. I just talked to my mom, and she's beyond upset with me. I have lost everything. I'm a horrible person, and I'm completely shutting down.
Look at Natalie.
That's everything that has happened and that I've done. And whatever you need to do or to post or whatever, all I care about is you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about everything. I have ruined everything. As this relationship has gotten to this point, I've grown deeper and deeper in love with you. And at the beginning, I wasn't taking this seriously at all. I wasn't putting in any effort. I didn't think we were going to get to such a good point, and that is not fair. It's a waste of your time, and you deserve a better person than me. You deserve someone who is going to love you and give you everything, and I have not done that. I have laid everything out, and I'm the worst human on earth. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I've done this to us. I'm taking full responsibility for this ridiculously disrespectful mistake. I know there's nothing I can do to mend us. I'm not a good person, and I don't deserve anyone or anything.
Okay. Wow.
When was the 2 Boston trips? When did he say he went?
So he was there in August.
Now, what Nick's going to do is not defend cheating, but just show the world that what happens once you get out of these relationships isn't as cut and dry, which I can't agree or disagree with Nick because I haven't been in that position. So I think that's perfectly fair to say, well, you come out of a relationship, you're like, was it real? Did the other person even like me? Were they using me for clout? All these questions. But then it crosses the line. Have a listen.
Okay, so it was July, August,
September.
and September.
Tougher to swallow than the July ones.
Yeah, like I said, the July time, it was something that I could get over.
And sorry for interrupting,
You're
but
good.
for the people listening, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because when you get out of a Bachelor bubble, it's a very weird feeling, and you feel, I don't, not brainwashed, but like you're in this bubble.
Right.
And nothing really else matters. And so when you get out, there is an adjustment period for these couples. And what he did was, there's no excuse. He was wrong. We're not making excuses for him. But I can understand why you were able to try to find a way to forgive him, just because of how tumultuous it can be for couples who just kind of get out and it almost feels not real.
Right.
All right. So he says it feels not real. But then, of course, it gets to the point where then he consciously cheats again. So, yeah, clearly there's an issue there. But does Kylie take him back?
What were you supposed to do?
I don't know. I'm like, there's no right way to go about that. Like in that moment, I felt so strong and empowering because I'm like, once I post that, I'm kind of telling the world like it's over. And it's going to be really hard to ever come back from that.
Do you feel, was it almost like you knew that you wanted to forgive him?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
So it sounds like she's still wildly in love with him. Now, again, this episode was not that long ago, but I kind of feel as if the way to overcome this is exactly, if you can, is exactly the way Kylie is doing this. In that, I mean, she's exposing him, so she's not letting him walk all over her. She's saying, I am not dealing with this. She's setting her boundaries, albeit maybe late, although I think it's implied if you're engaged and all that you're not going to be cheating and all that. But what we have to remember is cheaters, their problem is themselves. It's not the person in the relationship. So this isn't necessarily a Kylie problem. This is an Avon problem. If he's able to work himself out and figure himself out, he could be an even better version of himself after this. So is that to say there could be a net positive? Yes. With that said, Kylie's going to have to deal with audiences. I'm sure they'll be in the comment section already going, oh no, she's not a strong woman. A strong woman walks away. Yes, a strong woman could walk away, but couldn't a strong woman also accept a man for his flaws, demand he change, and then hope for better? This is a hard conversation for people to have because then you just sound like a cheater, right? Nick sounds like a cheater. You're like, oh, well, yeah, I feel like, no, I'm not saying giving him a pass. Clearly, she's exposing him on a very medium to large size podcast. Now they're very big here. But either way, I think if they get back together, I almost root for them. Not in a way where their relationship's toxic or anything, but could they have one of the healthiest relationships in Bachelor Nation if he actually learns about what his issues are and fixes them? It's like, his actions hurt her, but his actions are like when your muffler is backfiring in your car. We need to fix why that muffler is backfiring, and sometimes the muffler backfires and it ruins the whole system. In most cases, a cheating scandal would do that. But what if he's able to fix it, and she's like, oh, I think he's a changed man, and then they're better for it. If they have a true love connection, which we don't know if they have. But I would imagine she would only go back to him if she really, really felt like it was salvageable.
People make mistakes. Unfortunately, infidelity is a thing in relationships that unfortunately a lot of people have to deal with, and people can recover from it. But very few people actually want to actually make the changes they talk about making. And are you aware of any actions that Avon has done since this revelation between the two of you that would suggest that he actually is making positive changes in his life? Or have you just not spoken to him at all?
Yeah, so I think
she's like, he made a positive change by unsubscribing to your podcast.
First positive step that I saw him take was his response to my post on Instagram. For
a bare minimum.
Yeah, a bare minimum. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
But that just him saying, like him immediately owning up to it. He could have taken the easy road out and been like, not everything is as it seems, or denied it, even though I did have full-blown proof. So I think
I only had a picture.
Yeah, unfortunately. I think
Did you say anything about the picture? Like, you dumb motherfucker.
I sent it to him, and his response was like, "Oh God," and I was like, "Yeah, oh God." So I think.
Let me tell you something. You never want to get in the way of a woman who's got evidence. In the world of Instagram, if she's got a photo of you, you better admit what you did wrong. Okay. Yeah, she had the smoking gun, as it were. And I guess the question is what she's going to do with that. So I don't think we have any news from her about her whereabouts. I think she is living in San Diego, as they say. Oh, I've had this problem. You guys having an Instagram problem today? My Instagram just went away. I wanted to go see her page. It ain't working, folks. All right, I'd love to know your thoughts, as nuanced and respectful as they may be. I have heard from you guys on last night's live stream that some people said, I actually was in a relationship. The guy cheated and took him back and they worked it out. Again, everybody's different. Some people can see the issue and detach themselves from it, and some people take it so personally that imagine every time Avon is out going somewhere and he's like, does she lose that trust and does that spoil the... Absolutely, it could happen, and that would be his fault. But I believe it also could be salvageable. We'll have to see. Have you followed Love is Blind? You had that weird cheating thing with that one guy, and then the Megan Fox... No, not Megan Fox girl. Not the Jimmy Megan Fox. It was the other relationship. You know what I'm talking about, where he was like talking in the alley for so long, and she's like, I saw your location services. I think in some cases like that, location services would be good just to let the other person have trust. But I think the best way to trust somebody is not needing to track their location in the first place. But hey, that's the world we live in. Let me know your thoughts. We'll be back with more content. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button after this.